Mic is on? Yes, it is. Give me one. Alright. That looks fine, I hope. Igmund.
You dare to challenge me? Get back in line! So much for your lead! Dinosaur Jungle! So much for your lead!
I got no rings.
No! This is impossible!
Yeah.
Finish! Excellent!
Excuse me.
It's only a minor setback.
Oh, we'll see about that, Igmund. Oh boy, the desert. The sand, it gets everywhere. Oh. Oh, come on. And we keep going. Oh boy, this claustrophobic mall. Just like Boxing Day right now. Or Boxing Weekend. What the heck is Omochao gonna do for me? I got nothing out of that. But I'm gonna have to try to get a comeback after this. And here I was expecting to get a better item, but no. This game doesn't do that. It feels like a 50-50 on the draw.
Give up now and save yourself the humiliation.
One of these bosses is gonna have to drag Eggman down from behind.
Get back in line.
What am I gonna do with an Omochao? Omochao, you're useless. Omochao is the equivalent of getting a coin in Mario Kart 8.
I can't believe it.
Hooah!
Congratulations!
If you insist, then by all means, eat dust! Can you handle this?
Jeez. The heck? I was drifting inwards? Or left? Kiss the wall for that.
Finish!
Oh.
Incredible!
It's just one race, I can still win!
Yeah, maybe you can. You just gotta believe. okay, even though without the lock on, I got that hit. Yeah, you know, that could have been useful.
Finish! Excellent!
You know, I think the green goo is the most inconvenient item. How you have to use the left joystick to shake it off, remove it. Which is also the same joystick that you use to, you know, turn and do tricks. Could have been mapped to a different button or something. Definitely has its use, maybe, but a little inconvenience as well in terms of controls. Oh jeez, wasn't looking. Oh yeah, of course. How many times have I gotten an omelet shell, man?
Excellent!
All right. Grand Prix final. Let's do this.
I've got to turn this around.
Can you, Buckbeak? Oh, too far. Oh, that's wonderful. I drift way too early. The fudge was that about?
Finish!
Oh, that turn, that skyway, whatever bridge. Ooh, too close. I swear, the turning in this game is a bit bonkers.
I just don't understand.
I'm like slowly turning, trying to turn away, not go into the fire, but then suddenly, when I'm like drifting outwards. Well, no, that was me though. The intimidation of the fires on the side. I'm more afraid of making that drift turn when the curve approaches. That's why I drifted way too early. An obvious mistake. I just drove straight into it.
Think you can keep up?
Oh, come on. Not even first. I swear to drifting. What is wrong with the drifting? And I feel like aside of balancing, they need to do something with drifting. It feels a bit bonkers, like I said. Oh well. No matter how much I try to get used to it.
As if there was any doubt.
Excuse me. Oh no. These kind of settings don't put me off in a weird way. Sunset, canyons, seashells by the seashores.
I'll set the pace.
Oh. It's still anyone's game. Literally. 1 point behind. Otherwise, I'm using the ticket.
Time to get serious.
As if you weren't serious in the beginning. final send off was a green punching rocket right at him. Whoa.
Oh well, next time.
Congratulations!
2 more rivals.
I concur.
Oh, great. The snowy place.
I've already calculated the odds, but if you want to waste your time, go ahead.
Holy smokes, I am drifting away.
Random track.
Can you handle this? All just that for more action. See you next time. They're defying the odds.
Ah. I'm not having anybody behind me.
Excellent!
As if the drifting was already bad enough. But this track in particular with its icy winds just makes the drifting even worse.
A calculated loss.
Alright. How we go from a lunacy track to something as sane as this is beyond my. Okay, I drifted.
You have been surpassed.
What the heck was that? She just drove straight to the grass. I instantly assumed she had a boost, but she didn't. First the drifting, and now even the bots are a bit of bonkers. Uh-oh. Well, at least it ain't Baby Park. And still, we don't have a Chao Garden on mobile devices. Sega's missing out. Missing out on such an opportunity. But no, we got a Fall Guys equivalent. Or, I should say, a Fall Guys clone. Jesus. Why is the boost pad on the in front of the roller coaster? Not really a good place to put it. Put a boost pad there. You're kidding me. I could not see that. It was blending in too well in the background. All this blue. Alright, another case of it's anyone's game. Sheesh. And also the course itself. What the fudge was I even looking at? All that... I don't know what you want to call those, curves? Yeah, curves. Not just the turns, but even like the flooring obstacle.
Failure's not an option.
Like, did anybody at Sega Sonic Team play tested that and thought that looked okay. Because I don't know, to me that did not look okay. That looked like literally a roller coaster. I guess that's kind of the point for a place called Chow Park, but at the same time, that's way too headache-inducing to deal with when you have items, flying racers bumping into other racers. Okay, I could not see that. Character model is a bit too big standing in the middle. How is this supposed to help me? Yeah, okay. Seriously? The drifting. Why is it so horrendous in water? Ugh, great. Now I have to use a stupid ticket. Oh, whoops. Why is the drifting so horrendous, especially on water? And this isn't just me. I've heard a lot of complaints about how the drifting in the water is bleh. Not only that, but you feel very slow when you do. When you like drift. It doesn't feel the same way as
Failure is not an option.
drifting on land. Hell, drifting in the air feels normal. For the most part. But oh, why Iota? There was seriously not a single good item that they ever give you when you're in second. And the boost wisps are just as bad as the mushrooms. They don't do anything other than get you out of grasses and thick terrain, but sheesh. Okay. And how am I supposed to get out of that when I've been boosting? Oh my god, once again, I can't see! Miku's head's a bit too big.
They are defying the odds.
Who at Sega thought that was a good idea to make those gun mechs, you know, blend in? Like, you can barely see them. Could be the speed, but sheesh. They still need to work on somehow make a miracle and make the physics on the water drifting, you know, actually drift. Because I'm not drifting, man. It's not turning, I mean.
Congratulations!
Alright, one more rifle.
Sure.
It is Rouge, right? Yeah.
Ready to lose for my amusement?
Okay. Oh my god. I'm trying to I'm pressing the drift button, it's not working. Okay, what the fudge. Not enough speed. I'm literally holding down the drift button and it's not going.
Ready to lose for my amusement?
Drift while you know work. I know we're in supersonic speed, but you gotta work with me.
Are you just toying with me?
Man, that segment sucks. It sucked in Frontier. No, Frontiers was fine. But somehow it does not feel good. fudge. What a double take.
Incredible!
So what? This proves nothing.
It's only the beginning.
Are you just toying with me?
Random track.
Wrong move.
Final lap.
I had no idea what I was doing there.
Finish.
Oh yeah. Hey Ratchet, what's up? I'm down to just one more rival. One more rival. But man, you should have seen how I was persevering through the previous Grand Prix. Sega could buff, nerf characters all they like, but I wish they could improve on the drifting, especially in the waters. Cause holy shite. Holy shite, I'm like drifting inwards, outwards, even when I'm trying to get in control. It feels very different at times. And by that I mean like comparison to like Mario Kart, but jeez. And also the items. Please, for the love of all sakes, when you're in second place and the person in first place is in the lead, why would Sega think giving you a Wisp Boost is enough? It's never enough, and it never will be. It's like literally Mario Kart's problem as well. You know that moment when you're so far when you're far behind, only in second place, but they don't even give you the proper item.
Dinosaur jungle.
Like anything, please. Yeah, I know there's a gadget that gives you more offensive items, but then that also sacrifices, you know, other types of items that you won't have. So it's a bit of a, the gadgets do have a bit of a double-edged sword. You gain something, but you also lose something. And I don't know who at Sega thought it was a good idea to put the left joystick as the same button input just to not only rub off the slime, but that's literally the controls. What if I need to turn? Everybody's gonna need to turn. But then getting covered in goop kind of messes up the controls, doesn't it? And also, man, I keep hitting those mechs in Radical Highway because I can't see them. Anyways, started playing Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection on Switch, and how's the performance, or how good is the collection? If I'm not mistaken, the Legacy Collection for Battle Network, they did include some of the content that was like exclusive or something like that. Didn't something about Battle Network had like a link cable back then, some kind of link cable exclusive, or something that the original where you couldn't do it, but now they implemented it somehow.
Get your head in the game.
Never played Battle Network. This is my first time. Ah, okay. Oh, okay then. No, then you wouldn't. Then disregard my question. I remember hearing about like a content that was in the original, but it was like impossible to do to regain it at the time. So assuming the Legacy Collection rebuild that, then yeah. But I don't know what it is exactly.
Are you just toying with me?
I have played Battle Network 3 Blue. I think there were two versions, like Pokemon. I think Blue, but it wasn't mine. It was my cousin's. I didn't get any context of the game whatsoever. I just thought the gameplay was pretty interesting. A deck building kind of like RPG game.
I'm done playing with you.
I never really got into encountered any first major bosses in Battle Network, but I remember back then when I saw screenshots, I'm like, enemy bosses have 500 HP. Your Mega Buster only does like 1 or 10 at full charge, which is why the deck building is crucial. But yeah, game is packing for a Game Boy game, or a Game Boy Advance game. And there's like what, 11 games in the Legacy Collection in total? What am I gonna do with 100 rings?
Finish.
A lot of RPG stuff and card building. Yeah. So make sure you build the best deck. And if I'm not mistaken, it does have PvP, right? Oh yeah, it does. But there's in the original Battle Network, since it was a Game Boy Advance game, there were link cables where you could battle and even trade cards. So I think both should be in the game. Not sure about trading. I imagine you cannot trade public players, but if that is a thing, then well, I don't know. What can I say about that? But PvP, oh, then all I can say is shit gets real. I can only imagine a hardcore fan of Battle Network will show you how. Well, show you some, I don't know, bizarre card deck builder. Only 10 games. Oh, okay. I don't know which game I confused it with. I thought it was 11. But man, 10. That means that's 10 Battle Network games that are more or less the same, but no, to be fair, some of them are like the Legacy Collection comes in 2, right? Because like I mentioned, Battle Network 3 came in 2 versions, blue and white. Battle Network 3, blue and white. I don't know what the difference are, but if I had to take a wild guess, I think it's the cards. Kind of like Pokemon, you know how some Pokemon are exclusive to certain versions. That's my guess.
Whatever. I wasn't even trying.
Yeah, Volume 1 and 2. But I mean, like, in the package is actually, you know what? I could just look. I could like look it up myself. Why ask the question when I have Google? Oops, hang on. Or then again, even the official product itself. Let's see. Oh, it does. Or hang on, let me read the full thing. 4, 5, 6, 6, and then plus 2 versions. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, no, it does come. Yeah, it does come with the alternate versions. Battle Network 3 has white and blue. Battle Network 4 has red sun, blue moon. These are really sounding like Pokemon. And then Battle Network 5 has Team Proto Man, Team Colonel. Oh boy. Oh, we're talking about the same Colonel from Mega Man 4. X4. And then Battle Network 6 has Cybeast Gregar and Cybeast Falzar. Okay, yeah, definitely. I feel like Capcom, when they were making these titles, they probably looked at Pokemon and thought, let's go from name coloring like after blue and white to, I don't know, interesting looking names. The one thing I will say about the Battle Network, though, is that expect a lot of grinding. Because I think the Battle Network games, just like Pokemon, there's like, since it is a card building game, uh, expect like, I guess, when those moments where you're looking for a specific card through enemy encounters, I guess. So I hope you're a fan of going in and out of battles. Thing just when the year is about to end, Microsoft there was a leak or a grapevine discovery on Microsoft end once again. So you know how we're getting Halo campaign evolved, Gears of War, what was it? E-Day. Well, oh yeah, and then on top of that, Microsoft said that they spent millions trying to what's the word? What were they doing again? Invest. Oh, I was like trying to think of the word. When are they gonna port Sonic Adventure on the Switch? Or you know what? You know what would be crazy? Sonic Adventure 2 Battle the original GameCube version on the Switch Online. I feel like that's a possibility, considering that we did get what was it? Soul Calibur 2. It's like why release the HD version when you could just get the original GameCube where Link is playable? Sure. Soul Calibur 2 HD does have both Heihachi and Spawn together, but people did prefer the GameCube version of Soul Calibur 2 back then. In fact, yeah, between all the three versions, what was it? The GameCube port was the one that sold the most. Oh, Sega's acknowledging Sonic Heroes? Where's our HD port then, Sega? Why is it so hard just to bring Sonic Heroes in high definition? Nintendo needs to greenlight to bring the Sega GameCube games. Yeah, they should. Since it's all cloud-based, I'm assuming it's all a matter of Sega trying to give Nintendo approval, because since Sega does own those games. You know, it'd be funny if we got a Sonic Heroes GameCube port on the Switch Online before an HD before the HD release ever happened. They already got F-Zero GX. Oh yeah, and that was like one of the first few GameCube games they launched with the classics. I think actually, in terms of collections, I think that's like one port that I'm sure they won't do. Because if I'm not mistaken, Animal Crossing GameCube is not on the Switch Online, right? Right? Hang on, let me just quickly check. Oh no, okay, no, it doesn't. I prefer the first Sonic Riders. Zero Gravity was funny. I mean, functional, but kind of funny. Like, I prefer the original drifting. The way how Zero Gravity's drifting was just... Yeah, it was just... It's all about gravity control. But no, the first one was better. It was also pretty interactive. Like how you have to refill your hoverboard's energy or something. Anyways, yeah. So I think the Sonic Classic collections and Gem collection definitely would not make it to the Switch Online. Just like how Nintendo will not put the original Animal Crossing on Switch, and I'll tell you why. Because, I mean, it's pretty obvious. Those are collection of games. Those are a collection of games in one package. And, you know, if you think about it, Sega would rather sell you the classic games in another collection or individual games. So, you know, like, we have the Sonic Origins, right? And then, yeah, I think that's it, actually. I mean, they didn't re-release Sonic Adventure 2 HD, beyond HD, or after HD. And then the Animal Crossing, I'll tell you why Animal Crossing won't have a Switch port. Or the GameCube port won't come to Switch Online. Because just like the Sonic Collection games, Animal Crossing has collectibles where you can play a bunch of NES games. It's another case of a bunch of games in one package. And Nintendo obviously would rather let you buy NES games individually. But then again, isn't the Switch Online already doing that, technically speaking? Also, I find it bizarre that Ubisoft remembers Rayman 2. I mean, Rayman 2, everybody knows Rayman 2, but Tonic Trouble? When I saw that tweet from Nintendo, I was like, really? Tonic Trouble, the Rayman spin-off that Ubisoft failed to proceed. I played that game, it was fine. Very bizarre environment, just like Rayman, but... I mean, bizarre world, but... Jesus. I thought they would bury that game forever, but okay. I guess anything's possible. Can we also get Conker's Bad Fur Day? The original N64 on the Switch Online then? Just imagine that. Well then, oh wait, right, Nintendo would then put that in the mature content, right? For some reason they put a 17 plus Nintendo 64 category, which is weird. Why? I hate that jungle level. I hate it in Forces, and I hate it here in this game because that half pipe still messes me up. They should have fixed that, or you know, they could have picked they could have just picked Sunset Heights over that jungle level. NASA? What did NASA do? What did Sega do? What did Sega do? Well, what did they need NASA from? And what did they need? Exclusive to Grand Prix? Ah, I mean that makes sense. But at the same time, what? Not even in free mode? Oh, well, at least that's done. I did the rival races here. And then I did the rivals in the race park. All I need is one more cup. I skipped the Eggman Cup. Oh, big? Okay. You're on. Although, I guess I have to redo this one. I forgot who my rival was when I was racing this because I had to use a ticket. Oh, wait, right, it was Sage. Because for some reason, she was way ahead of the pack. And nobody. And I didn't get a good item. And nobody from behind threw in the big boom boo. Like, absolutely nothing. No comeback item. And all I got was a bunch of wisp boosts.
I was planning on winning, but you can try if you want.
Suddenly, after looking at the credits, for a moment I blinked and was like, how do I play again? Honestly, I prefer the supersonic speed. I wouldn't call this equivalent to 200cc, nah. I mean, you still have to hit the brakes. But, oh shit. But, yeah, I feel like this is the proper speed to the game. I don't know why the default speed you start the game with doesn't feel fast. Or maybe that's just me. Also, I had to like look up online just to find out which button on my Xbox was the brake button. Because apparently the game doesn't even tell me which button is brake. Okay, that was my bad. Like, I'm not kidding. Unless I couldn't find it anywhere in the menu, like, I'm really bad at looking things, but seriously. I was like, which button is the brake? Hey, you know what the online sources say? It was the left trigger. But then I was like, no, the left trigger is to use items. It's not used to brake. Even a quick Google search can gaslight you or be filled with lies. Who dropped that? Alright. Holy shit, why? See, again, first place person, Big, is way ahead of the pack. And what? Nobody wants to throw an item at against him? I can still try to turn this around without using a ticket if somebody throws an item at him. But I swear to God, it's like everybody wants to hound you only.
Oh, there's more?
Says the guy with a big belly. Yes, there's more. And I bet there's a lot more inside whatever you have in your fur. Big. Oh wait, right. I gotta do the mirror races. Almost forgot to do those. Or almost forgot those exist.
Let's go this way.
Well, anything better than that desert level. That big tubby blocked it. Shut up, Big! You're one to talk. Oh god.
Oh wait, that's the break.
It's still anyone's game. Excuse me. Oh boy. It had to be this one. I am so much looking forward to the water tube segment.
Let's go this way.
Oh boy. 1-2, I hate you. Oh jeez. I'm pushing up, man. Ah shit.
See you later.
What the heck is Omochao gonna do for me? I drifted! I held down the button. Oh shit. I wanted to jump to get the double item, but no! Game decides to think that I didn't press the drift button. Holy smokes, hold on, it's hot in here. I have my window open and no wind is coming through. I need a miracle. Because I feel like 18 points is not going to be enough. I need somebody from behind to drag his fat ass behind and not be in second. Well, good luck for that because I got 3 hard courses. Especially that freaking water tube segment in Eggman Land.
Let me know when you're gonna start trying, okay?
I'm barely pushing back. Or, no, I'm pushing back to not go anywhere inwards, but okay, game. Physics. Oh, Dark Chow, I didn't need you. I actually got thrown off focus because of Dark Chow and the giant red ring that he comes out of. Another visual distraction. Oh shit, wait, I should have waited. Nobody dragged the fat ass behind. Ah, I guess it was enough. How much? By 1 point, of course. See, that's why I was hoping that somebody behind would throw an item. Luck on the draw, on the item.
Yeah, you did it. Nice job.
Your gesture was not proper with that line. Just barely.
Congratulations!
Whew, I need a breather. Oh yeah, didn't even say it. I hope you all had a good Christmas, and I hope you all ate pretty good, pretty well. I actually did my family Christmas dinner way before the day of, because it was the only time where we only had time we had to choose a specific day where we could all gather. But even so, on the day of, we still, regardless, made another big dinner. And now people are on a shopping frenzy. Earlier in the afternoon, I had to drop off my cousin off to a dentist appointment. And yeah, the dentist was inside of a mall, and oh boy, I mean, I only had to drop her off, but woo! I actually forgot what it was like to be in a mall during Boxing Day, because every year I tend to stay away from malls or any shopping area during Boxing Weekend. Yet somehow, just like today, I get dragged to do something. Not to do something in the mall, but just to drop them off, and then I'm like, uh-oh. That means I have to deal with the frantic cars here and there. But even worse is when you're going inside, and then, you know, you see all this long lineup of people getting them discounts. And here I thought, you know, maybe Boxing Day wouldn't be that bad, but that's just hopeful thinking, considering, yeah, online shopping is a thing, but people do prefer to shop for stuff in person. I know I do, but geez, holy smokes. Haven't seen a Boxing Day shopping spree like that in a long time. Even grocery stores. I went to a Walmart just to get one thing, and wow, a lot of people are lining up for stuff. Not just your essentials, I guess. All right, so I didn't finish what I was gonna say. Regarding about Microsoft. So this, I mean, depending on how you will take this, in case you didn't hear about it. But again, this is based on the grapevine. I don't know if it's like officially. I mean, then again, the devs are not going to tell you. Halo Studios is using Microsoft's Gen AI to develop Halo Campaign Evolved, and same thing with the next Forza Horizon and Gears of War E-Day. Now, yeah, it's another case of, oh, it's AI again. But yeah, I mean, when you look at, you have to remember, Microsoft did spend millions investing on Gen AI. Hence why you may have noticed why there's been a hike increase on Xbox products. Like, yeah, the Series X right now, it's $100. They increased it to another $100. So for where I live, it's now almost equivalent to buying a Switch 2. Sony, on the other hand, I'm seeing discounts. I'm seeing the PlayStation 5, the original, getting a price cut. That, or it could just be Boxing Day stuff. But speaking of which, there is no Boxing Day sales on the Series S. Not even the digital version of the Series X. Yeah, even the Series X digital console also got a price hike. It used to be $500 here, now it's $600. And again, why? Microsoft's big flop of spending money on Gen AI only to realize it was a waste. But they're still pushing it, and basically the grapevine is saying they want, Microsoft is telling Halo Studios and their other devs to use Gen AI to basically develop their games, which is another translation of saying, hey, if you can't make the deadline, cut corners, use AI. But what's funny is that when people did play the alpha build of the Campaign Evolved, they said it was fine, like gameplay and everything. Well, see, yeah, AI is not going to touch on gameplay. That's still going to be human-made. It's going to be still play-tested by humans. It's just that in terms of AI, I'm assuming it's going to be like textures and... Well, I hope to God not dialogue, because we've already seen Gen AI script writers. Like, have you seen Black Ops 7? The writing is so terrible. It was most likely 20% proofread by humans and 80% written and proofread by AI. So yes, you can imagine people on Twitter being like, yeah, I'm saving my wallet. And yeah, you know, the typical response we've seen from people who dislike AI. And yeah. And like I said, Microsoft is not going to tell you if it's true or not. Corporates, billionaires, millionaires will never do that. They will only do that if everybody stops buying their product, from Xbox consoles, accessories, and I guess the lack of pre-orders. Yeah, because a YouTube trailer with, you know, the like and dislike ratio isn't gonna tell them otherwise. It's always your money. And not social media. No, social media is when they, you know, when somebody, I guess in this case Halo Studios, decides to fight you. But trust me, when a dev takes it to Twitter or any other social media, if they complain to you why you're not buying their game or pre-ordering, that's when you should give up on them, because they shouldn't. Think about it. Back then, game developers, they didn't fight back. The only way they could fight back an argument against their consumers is to make their game good. I mean, do you see Sega or Sonic Team doing that? No. Somebody on the Sonic team, Sega Twitter management, rather than making arguments against their consumers, they just join in on the fun. They go in for the laughs. Like, you know, we've seen like sometimes Sonic Twitter, official Sonic Twitter making replies with the official Mega Man Twitter, you know, that kind of stuff. Like that kind of humor where they understand the memes, basically. I'm gonna cut it short and say they know the consumers, so they just laugh it off with us. They laugh with us, not at anybody, just with us. That's the difference. Meanwhile, somebody at Ubisoft will tell you, first they'll tell you, well, F you, don't buy our game. And when we say, okay, we're not buying your game, then the devs are going to be playing the victim card and say, oh, please buy our game. What? I didn't say don't buy. What are you talking about? Again, if a developer talks back, well, you can brush it off, but I think silence is the best treatment for them. That next to not buying their game. In fact, Activision just got a wake-up call after seeing the numbers on Black Ops 7. But is that going to be enough to change them? No. They need to be hit harder than the fight. Who's it? I saw a wrestling match. Not wrestling, boxing match. Activision and all these AAA companies need to have a wake-up call like they got punched in the face like Jake Paul did. Anyways, yeah, so until then, we'll see how it goes. Let's see as the game develops for Halo campaign evolves. Let's see if it gets any better. Because honestly, I'm hoping it gets better. Since it is a full-on remake, you have to. That means dialogue. I feel like dialogue is more or less going to be the same, but with some changes. So I'm just saying, if you see any dialogue that feels off, especially grammar, then just safely assume that's the AI. Well, looks like Ubisoft hit the hay. Oh wow, yeah, looks like Ubisoft just had another layoff. Investors smell blood. Well, whatever, Ubisoft can drown in their own blood. You know, I kind of wonder. Surely Ubisoft was there at the Game Awards. How do you think they, what kind of expression were they wearing when they saw Expedition 33 getting all those rewards? You have to remember, three of the people who made Expedition 3 were former Ubisoft staff. And mind you, they were not game developers. Everybody at all the people who worked on Expedition 33, they didn't have. I learned that they never had any experience with game making. You know where they learned it from? YouTube. At least from what I've heard. They had no experience. The guys the former Ubisoft people, they were just. They just handled marketing or whatever. They never touched a computer for making a game. And that says a lot. And what says a lot more is that they didn't need to spend, you know, millions of dollars like Activision, Ubisoft does with their games. Expedition 33 was like less than your typical millionaire game. And yet, it sold a lot. But yeah, I was like, when I was like looking back on the Game Awards, I was like, huh. I wonder how Ubisoft felt when they saw Expedition getting all those awards. Because clearly, they felt something. They definitely, there's no way they would like not have a reaction whatsoever. And I bet you, when they got home and then went to their offices the next day, they still felt something. I bet they still felt like they lost everything. $12 is only the max? Or what is this? How hard is hard? Let's turn the frenzy off. Yeah, let's do that. So yeah, how hard is hard? Excuse me. And when they say rounds, do they mean like how many tracks? I never want to see Big on a hoverboard because I'm more concerned about the hoverboard itself. Dang, hard is it really hard actually. They're going more faster than the CPUs in the Mario Kart 8. I mean, yeah, to be fair, Mario Kart 8 is a really old game. I don't know what it's like in World. Holy shit, what the fudge? Oh wait, he was still active. Yeah, where's my Drill Wisp game? All you're giving me is just Wisp Boost. I didn't even get any useful items. Aren't you supposed to get good items when you're like behind the pack? Because none of those even helped me. I thought that was going for Joker. Why did it hit Sonic? Oh jeez. But I'm in 7th. All the other racers didn't get slimed. Why was I the only one? It's rigged. Seriously? Yeah, that barely helped. As somebody in 7th, shouldn't I have the monster truck instead? Alright, well, at least I got a taste of what hard mode is. Cause holy shit. That's a bit too much, no? Or are they like trying to advise you to like use better gadgets? They should also have an option to just remove gadgets in the custom races. Because then it just feels a little too unbalanced. Because you never know if any of these chumps have something better than yours. And if I'm not mistaken, they don't even show you what kind of gadgets they're using. You only have to assume based on what kind of cart they're using. Oh, I just have to be on the side where the racer ahead of me has a item. Oh, really? Somehow that didn't count while I went through that. Eggman! I was trying to go for that item, but his fat ass weight got in the way. Oh, that's lovely. Only how many days now? Tomorrow's Sunday, so not too long until ZZZ's next update goes live. Excuse me, and I keep forgetting. Like, it says it's coming out on the 30th, but that I think it might be a day early because it's time zone 30th. Their 30th is implying Asian day, the day in Asia, because you know how they're like a day ahead, a few hours ahead. Otherwise, yeah, it would just be the same situation like Genshin, where they would do a 6 o'clock maintenance, and then you know, 5 hours later, the maintenance is done. Then it goes live at 11 p.m. Unless unless I'm mistaken that for the second banner, which is usually a Wednesdays. So I can never like remember exactly. Can never remember exactly when update day comes. When they say 30th, do they mean 30th worldwide, or is that just or is that a date time zone difference? Because unless you're living in Asia, Asian time, then yeah, then it would be considered the 30th. I don't remember how many polychromes I have. I just realized, so there's going to be a total of 600 polychromes when you log back in. Because, you know, there's the 300 for maintenance hour, 300 for compensation, and then they give you 1,000 because it's like their New Year's gift. So technically speaking, combine that total number, 1,600. That should be equivalent to a free 10 pole. Yeah, if my math is correct. Wow, and that's just for free, man. That's a free 10 pull as soon as all that stuff is done. And plus, don't forget, like they said in the special program, once you log in, once the update goes live, you will get a choice. There will be 9 characters, 9 W engines, and you're free to choose one of each. So just like the anniversary gift. Freebies. But I don't remember who the 2 additional characters were that they added in for the free gifts. I know Bernice was one, but who was the other one? I need to look back on that one. Honkai Star Rail has seen better days. They used to have a bunch of free stuff. Now they're entering their darkest moment. Oh shoot. I am drifting and I'm going inwards, outwards. I don't know, I'm lost for words. Eggman! Was there a New Year's event that happened in DCD back in season 1? I want to say yes, but I have, like, I don't remember what they did last year. Hang on. Version... No, that's 2 point... What version are we in now? 2.5. Let me see, hang on. Oh, I forgot to mention this. From among the events that the next upcoming update is gonna have, but before I get to that, let me just see. Oh yeah, right. They also give you a free character, right? Zao, the pink bunny. Well, okay, I don't need music to be played. Thank you very much. S-rank agents. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Even on the official website, I can't get a... I think it was with Astro, yeah. It was playing. Oh yeah, I think I remember that. That was the New Year? I remember the event, but I don't remember when it happened. Like on what day that update dropped. Ugh. I'll look it up later. But yeah, I forgot to mention that not only are they giving away free characters, but Jane Doe gets a free outfit, and it's a summer outfit. Yeah. We've already done a beach episode, but I guess for Jane Doe, it's not too late for her. A free outfit, I know. And people couldn't believe it. Because normally outfits would be, you know, especially when it's given to a 5-star S-rank character, you would have to pay for that. But no, ZZZ team is like, no, screw that. We're giving it away for free if you have Jane Doe. So yeah, fan service for the win. Oh, Jesus. Another summer outfit? Yeah. So yeah, if you have Jane Doe, she will be getting a free summer outfit. And boy, while fans took it with pleasure, you should see all the toxic reactions. People were saying, well, yeah, they're not fans. They're just, you know, angry Twitter users saying, "Oh my God, what is she wearing? It's just a rag." I don't need to explain to you what kind of people were complaining about that. Yeah, it's those kind of people. You know, the people who are against fan service and would rather have censorship in their video games. Yeah, you know, the one that rains on your parade. But anyways, yeah, Jane Doe gets that. Oh, thanks. I swear the timing is so intentional. So I guess I can also say this while I'm driving here. Whatchamacallit? The Igman! The event that I totally forgot. And actually, no, I'm going to say this step by step. There's going to be an event where we're going to have a direct co-op mode. So we're no longer doing Bang Boo co-ops or that Bang Boo event where it plays out like Fall Guys. No, now we're having a direct three-player co-op. So in other words, yeah, you can imagine, one person will be in charge of being the stun character while the others are the heavy hitters or whatever. Somebody plays as support. But I think I need to see more of that because people are calling it co-op mode. And I have seen the footages from the special program. It does seem to be a direct co-op mode. The only thing I'm not convinced is it really direct? Because at the same time, maybe I was not watching in slow motion. Maybe I saw like more than 3 characters. But I will say, if it is what I think it is, I think it should be safe to say that this is actually experimental. It's going to be an event, temporary event, yes, but they're going to probably take note of it and look at the reactions and then eventually turn it into a permanent game mode. Remember, all of the stuff that Genshin has been doing, the events over the past 5 years, led up to another Honkai game, and then that thing that I mentioned a long time ago, the Forge. Genshin's gonna have like its own game creator Forge like game mode. It hasn't been officially released, but they've been teasing it. They even showed off like footages on what it will look like. So think of it as a teaser that if once CZZ goes through their event where you can play cooperative battles, just assume that as a test. We're all gonna be like testers. I mean, yeah, they do hand out feedback of those surveys. So if you want to share any kind of words of wisdom to Hoyoverse to improve their game, then yeah, that would be the best time to do so. Incredible! But yeah, it'll be funny. And interesting to see CZZ have a direct co-op. So that way, when you're doing weekly bosses, you don't have to do them alone. You could choose to do it in co-op and still get the loot. Just like in Genshin. Genshin weeklies, when it comes to weekly bosses, the choice is yours. You could do it by yourself, or team up with your friends, or team up with some randoms. Just, however, when it comes to randoms, just safely assume that everybody wants to be the tank hitter, the ones who want to go up front and fight. But every now and then, maybe you'll find somebody who will choose not to do that and be a healer, which is, at first I thought that was like gonna be a rare occurrence, but I've been seeing a lot of people preferring to be the healer. But, I guess that's why in-game text chat exists. So, if somebody asks of you to be a healer or be a fighter, then yeah, they can just tell you. I would rather just be a healer. And if you're wondering, no, Honkai Star Rail doesn't have co-op. I mean, it has events where you can play some mini games in co-op form, but you know, for a turn-based RPG, can you really add co-op? I mean, I can imagine you could, but remember, it's a turn-based game. You have to wait until somebody in your team, somebody makes a move. Then, I guess, like Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 has co-op, and it's turn-based. Well, I guess in a way that's kind of like Mario Party. So I guess Honkai Star Rail could have co-op, but I guess in their sense it wouldn't work. Anya. Oh shit, I should have thrown it back. I hit Knuckles in midair. What the heck are you doing? Oh shit! I missed the ramp because of the game's terrible drifting. Oh, that's all of them? It doesn't tell you, like, how many races you're in, like, what number of race you're in, does it? I wasn't paying attention. Alright, hang on. Just want to see the special program, because I don't remember... They said one of 9 S-rank agents you can pick out. Excuse me. And then, oh yeah, they're also doing like a rerun of 3 characters. Alright, but okay, no. Let me try to go this one at a time. So, there are 3 characters that are gonna get a rerun, but it says here, first S-rank, first rank signal is guaranteed to be your choice, 20% off your first 10 pull. So at least they give you a bit of a head start. And the same thing applies to W engines as well. Oh, and you can like choose one of the 3 reruns. So the 3 characters in reruns are Alice, Astra, and Silver Soldier Ambi, Silver Soldier Zero Ambi. So hey, if you're thinking of doing a rerun of any of those characters, yeah, your first 10 pull is 20% off, which means you only need 8 to pull a 10. At least just for those. But what about... Oh, here we go. Trying to, like... Trying to, like... surf the timeline here. Okay, here we go. So in terms of the S-rank agents that will be that you can choose for free. So hold on. 6 characters were in the standard banner. You can choose one of them. or you can choose the 3 new additional characters they added in for free. The ones you can choose. So it's Bernice, Jane Doe, and I forgot her name. The little robot lady with the staff. I somehow her name slipped out of my head because I think it's the pronunciation. That's why. Huh. Okay, so I was gonna say Jane Doe free costume, but is she also gonna be? I was like thinking in my head, like, was she also in the list of characters that were free to choose? And I guess that makes sense. Yeah, she is. She is absolutely not only getting a free costume, but now she can be chosen for free. Well, if you choose. Xingyi, yeah. I can barely remember the name. It's not until somebody points out the spelling of her name. So yeah, those are the 3 characters, additional characters they added to the list of free choices. Because in the game's first anniversary, you are only allowed to choose one of the 6 characters, or I think it was 7. One of the 6 characters from the standard banner. And I think I remember I chose 11? Or was that... No. I chose 11 from after the 150 poll. I think I chose Soldier 11 for that duplicate, yeah. And then W Engine was also the free W Engine I chose was also Soldier 11's W Engine. So I don't know. For me, I don't know who I would choose. Jane Doe again for that dupes. I'm gonna have to look on the characters. Which of their Mindscape sounds good? And then in terms of W Engine, I'm gonna choose Jane Doe's easily. Give her her main W Engine. Still, you don't often see that many gacha games that be that generous. Well, then again, maybe something like Arc Knights is generous, or Azur Lane. I mean, Azur Lane is still being played to this day. And if you ask me, I feel like as popular as Azur Lane is, I am not a fan of the approach for the kind of game that it is when it comes to characters. I'm not going to talk about the gameplay. I tried it. It was fine. Too simple, but I'm sure challenging down the road. What I was not a fan of with Azur Lane was the characters. Like, design-wise, yeah. I mean, have you seen what they look like? Have you seen the characters in Azur Lane? It's all one of the key reasons why people still play it and love the characters. But what I don't like, what I personally don't like, is gameplay-wise, they turn into just 2D chibis of themselves. There is absolutely no 3D design whatsoever. Yes, that's just me being, simply biased. Like, or I guess a preference. Yeah. Like, I prefer, in this case, in the field of gacha games, I prefer characters that are in both 2D when it comes to illustrations, and they have like a 3D model. It's like VTubers. You get the best of both of them. And if you don't get 3D, hey, at least they're 2D moves, and yeah, at least that I can appreciate. But here's the thing: Azur Lane is a video game. video games, interactivity. How am I supposed to interact with a 2D waifu in Azur Lane? Like, I want to be in full control, but it's more like an auto shooter, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, wait. And yeah, so that's just my preference. I acknowledge Azur Lane's popularity, but it is not the kind of game that I would enjoy. And I wish the characters would get 3D models. Oh wait, there is one. The Azur Lane does have a console release. Azur Lane Crosswave or something, I think it was called. But that was it. It was just one game. And it was good to see them in 3D. But if you want a game that has less censorship, get the Switch version. Yeah, just get the Switch version. That one, compared to the PlayStation and PC version, I think the PC Steam version is fine. Or you could just mod it. Heck, when the devs were showcasing the Switch version, they were actually showcasing how the fans how you could, in photo mode, angle the cameras past below their legs, whereas PlayStation, it's only down to their hips, and it's like, oh yeah, you can totally see the censorship difference between the two consoles. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, that's why I personally prefer, why I think gacha games like Genshin does it better. And then think about it. After Genshin basically created the foundation of, 3 gacha games, everybody wanted to follow suit. But it's funny how Genshin, while it started its own kind of trend, Genshin itself was following an existing trend of a game, which was, Breath of the Wild. Like, you remember how a lot of people compare Genshin to Breath of the Wild? Oh, the old days. And I will never forget that time when some dude during a convention when Hoyoverse was showcasing Genshin, some dude, I shared this story many times, but it just never gets old for me. Some dude brought his PS4 at the show and then smashed it on the ground, which obviously displays his issue that he did not like Genshin and thought it was just a knockoff Breath of the Wild. Heck, not only him, but there were, like, if you remember, there were also a bunch of people that brought their copies of Breath of the Wild to the show and flipped off Hoyoverse. Yeah, well, look who's laughing now. I'm sure the guy who broke his PS4 to display his anger, I'm sure now he regrets it. But to be fair, I guess 5 years later, it's not a total loss, considering that Genshin stopped being supported on PS4. Because after, multiple updates, there was no way Genshin could hold up to the content that the game has. There's just so much that the PS4 can do, but holding Genshin over 100 gigs with a huge ass open world with too much content, yeah, no, sorry. Genshin PS4 days are over. Genshin on Switch, it never happened. And I don't think it ever will now that we have the Switch 2.
I'm ready when you've prepped the next assignment.
Would it be bizarre if Hoyoverse suddenly announced next year in 2026 Genshin will finally come to Switch 2? I feel like when Genshin got ported to Xbox, it didn't feel like, far too late to let it happen. No, rather it was an opportunity to spread their name into other other consoles, And then, it didn't stop there. ZZZ arrived on Xbox afterwards. Excuse me. Would Honkai follow suit? I feel like it's a stretch, but I think it's a possibility. As for Wuthering Waves, well, Kuro Games better play catch up because Hoyoverse has already ported 2 of their best games. Well, Genshin being labeled as best, that's more subjective. Well, yeah, if you ask me, yeah, I would agree. It's still a good game with some issues, but I'm not stopping. I've already dug myself into this deep hole. The only thing that will stop me from playing Genshin is not if like Hoyoverse suddenly turns to AI. No, even if that were to happen, that's not going to stop me. The only thing that will stop me is if they got way too greedy. Like if suddenly, I don't know, the gacha got worse.
But this is not going to be easy.
But no, they're doing the opposite. They're going back to older characters and giving some of them buffs. Son of a bitch. Alright, hang on. Oh, shoot. Okay. Yeah, speaking of Wuthering Waves, I given up on the game. I gave it so many chances. No, sorry, so many chances. No, I only gave it a second chance. Second chance, it was pretty fun at first, but then I realized I'm just grinding and grinding. I'm not progressing through the story because just like with every other gacha game, or in this case, like compared to Genshin, yes, there is like those ascension quests. Once you reach to your player rank, where you could earn better rewards, rank up your ascend your characters higher. Yeah, I did that, and I did that, and then I was in the process of just grinding. It's more or less going smoothly. It's just it's grinding. But then, not too long, like literally sometime this week, it hit me in the head. I'm like, dude, gaming. You already got like 3 gacha games you're grinding. Do you really need a 4th one? Do you really need from a totally different developer? But it's pretty much more or less the same. And plus, Wuthering Waves just hit their 3.0 update. They didn't even give out much of they didn't give out much rewards for being their 3.0 update. Yeah, I'm not joking. I was expecting a little bit more, but no, Wuthering Waves didn't even give me anything other than a 7-day login. But the 7-day login is not even that good either. Compare that to like Genshin and ZZZ, where they give you the same login rewards, whether it's polychromes or master tapes or whatever. No, Wuthering Waves gives you like day 1. They give you what would they call it? Converse? Yeah, they give you the regular Converse for the standard banner, and then day 2 they give you the converse for the limited time banners, and I'm like, wait, why is it like that? I mean, they give you a certain different amount. I think they give you 1 for the standard and then 2 for the limited time, and then back to the standard, and it's like, I'm assuming that should give you 10. I don't know. I didn't bother looking up the math, but still, I should have gotten a shotgun. Anyways, yeah, I just given up on the game. I realize I'm just grinding, doing the same thing over and over. No progress. Game didn't give me any kind of reward. For releasing their 3.0 update.
What the hell are you? Jesus! Come on!
Wait, I remember where the shotgun is. So, yeah. Nah. And a bit of a shame too. I do like Wuthering Waves' like combat style, their characters. But it's giving it more than a month of a chance. I think more than 2 or 3 actually. Now that I think about it, no, maybe 2 at least, 2.5. And yeah, it was not doing it clicked. It didn't click with me hard enough.
Hello, Private.
Well, they should have tried hard. I guess Kuro Games should have tried harder. Alright, got the shotgun ready, but I'm about to start blasting.
Come in, Command. Some nutcase is discharging a... Shooter on scene! Find him! Gotcha. Better lock and load. You must have...
I didn't do it. Well, on the bright side, I just freed up more than 100 gigabytes on my PS5. Yeah, Wuthering Waves only entered its 3.0 update and it's already 100 gigs. When Genshin had its 3.0, it was not even close to 100. It was like 30 or 40. Oh wait, shoot. I got... Sorry, I got I got witnesses.
Hey, this area's open.
I didn't get out of the store in time because I'm still trespassing. If you run fast enough, you'll catch him. What time is it now? Oh, already 10. I lost track of time again.
Command, I have arrived at the location and it looks clear.
Well, honestly, another good thing about giving up on Wuthering Waves is that I don't have to worry about some battle pass now. You saw nothing. Also, I just realized that some of the recent characters that were added into Wuthering Waves didn't look interesting. Lore-wise, yeah, but I feel like their 3.0 update, all they added in was like schoolgirls with just, what do you call those things? Well, I'll just call them accessories. Nothing more. I'm like, wait, what happened to all the creative design characters they had in 2.0? Yeah, because at least in all the characters in 2.0, they all had like fancy looking outfits. Now 3.0, it's like, are we gonna have a high school drama now? Or are we in a... Too slow, sir. Are we gonna have... Oh, jeez, I didn't do it! How did they know? They didn't hear that. I have a silencer on. Let's try going the op. Oh shit. Oh no, now they're in sus mode. I didn't do it. Oh shit. Trespasser! Whoa. I'm still being hunted by who? I don't see any more oranges. Unless there might have been other... Oh. What? Who are you? Where did you come from? I'm here for one thing and one thing only, sirs. I'm here for the vault. Then again, with this disguise, that's gonna be impossible. Oh well, then I'm gonna have to forget about that one disguise bonus.
Hey, I know you're here. I don't think I know you.
I don't think I know you.
Come in. I'm here now. Nothing is really going on.
Why did I bring my shotgun? Oh wait, no, I just realized I had my own shotgun. I could have used that instead of going downstairs, but at the same time. At the same time, I did shoot down 3 guards with the assault rifle. That was like another objective. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, time to get out. Just for fun, I was curious about the lore of Ready or Not, because apparently there is such a lore. I mean, for me, what I thought it was gonna be, I thought it was more or less like a SWAT simulator. And it kind of does with the low graphics that the Series S is performing. But, no, Ready or Not has a lore of its own. And how each and every mission has actual connections, and the DLC actually continues the story. It's one of those cases where you would hear a dialogue or two here and there, but most of that it kind of like drowns out from the gameplay, all the stuff that you're doing. But all it takes is a couple of, document readings, evidence reading to give you an idea that no, Ready or Not is more than just some simulator game. It's actually, I would say, one of those modern first-person shooters, like the original Modern Warfare, where there's some deep-ass lore behind everything, which is pretty rare, at least in my opinion. Oh, I need a shotgun kill. Great.
I'll be in touch when you reach your
Well, I guess that might explain why in certain missions I had to like arrest retired soldiers, Navy SEALs soldiers. Like, what did they have to do with anything? But nah, it's like every suspect you arrest in the game actually has some sort of connection
and eliminate. Be careful, 47.
with everything happening.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
The lounge. They closed it off.
I hope that guy doesn't leave the office. Please stay there. You're my it'll be easier that way.
Hi.
All right, the manager is leaving.
I just called for help.
Syndicate member eliminated. Done, 47.
Shh, Sasha is asleep.
I'll contact you later.
All right, time to get bloody. And then 3 with SNG. What the? What the? Yeah, no bullet holes. I have to say, so far my life without drinking any sort of like caffeine feels pretty good. I even sleep and wake up pretty good. Yeah, I recently have been stopping myself from drinking anything with caffeine. Mostly soda. I don't drink coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker. I like the smell, but too bitter. So unfortunately, the days of Pepsi is over. My cousins used to call me Pepsi Man or Pepsi Boy. Not associated with the old mascot, nah.
Good work back there. The syndicate took a serious blow,
But
but there is still
yeah.
work to get done. Recuperate and prepare for your next assignment.
And then it didn't occur to me
We now know the syndicate
until
current location.
later today. I was like, I never looked up what caffeine does to you aside of, giving you energy and all that. So I was like, just out of curiosity. Or another case of being a little sentimental of my life. So yeah, I mean, when I looked it up, yeah, of course it was expected. Caffeine just gives you more awareness, alertness, energy, But the downside, yeah, it can give you insomnia and jitters, shaking hands. I mean, if you think that's bad, energy drinks will do that beyond measure. And I have never consumed a single energy drink. And I'm glad I did, because holy crud, boy, I imagine what kind of withdrawal that would cause. In fact, my sister was the first, actually shared her side of the story when she tried it once. Only once, and never again. It was for like a university. She was like studying up for like an exam. She managed to finish it in 10 minutes when it was supposed to be like an hour length or something like that. Anyways, gray hair, glasses, handover. And she did all that, and she didn't realize how much she's done, how quick she's done everything, and she had all the time of the day to do whatever she wanted. But then, yeah, then she then told me about the after effects, like once the energy wears down. So yeah,
Welcome to my
never have energy drinks.
current location. However, as we don't know the exact description, this means you will have to
But going back to what I said about like how caffeine gives you like awareness, alertness. I guess this is why Mountain Dew is being. I was like telling myself as a joke, like, no wonder why Call of Duty and Mountain Dew, or why back in the day people would meme it up and say Doritos and Mountain Dew, best combination for gamers. Not sure about Doritos. I don't know why they chose Doritos. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Doritos, but then when I looked at the nutrition facts on Mountain Dew, I was like, well, it has caffeine, but holy shit, look at the amount of sugar this thing has. Not good for the health. You're gonna have to find a way to burn off those sugars somehow, and calm yourself afterwards. All right, it's you, gray hair and glasses, right? But are you in my circle? Let's see. Yes. First crowbar, and then. Don't get up.
Congratulations, 47. The leader is eliminated, sending a clear message.
My job's not done though.
Get back to the safe house. I'll be in touch.
I wonder where ZZZ's next location will be based off of. Oh shoot, I didn't get the key card. Oh wait, I know where to get one. I don't need to go back. I can just ask this lady. Thank you. She'll be fine. Let's start with the loud one. But first. It's not going through? Oh, there we go. I cannot aim for the life of me. Oh well, I can find 3 other targets elsewhere.
Ready to meet up with Sierra Knox over at the hotel.
Yeah, off to the race.
What was that? Don't you do
Seriously, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah. Tough guy, huh? Oh shit! Alright, time to get out. There was no way that guy, the race marshal, was able to hear that.
Presented with champagne on the podium after a few years of regular sparkling wine. Let me just repeat the
Oh, hello there. Just take a seat. Huh?
Huh? What are you gonna do about it? Now watch me strip this man. Hey, at least he's wearing his heart pattern boxers. At least the guards in the game react when you change clothes in front of them. He's changing clothes!
This will make anyone
But
think twice
nah,
before turning.
the civilians, they say nothing. They just freak out.
Well done, 47. The syndicate has been eliminated. However, I have intel that there are more connected. Finish
Alright.
Take them all down, and you will be well received.
If I can, let's see how long it'll take me to do the next phase. Oh, this one looks good. A lot of my favorite places. Maybe takedown? Ah, I gotta finish up the Marvel Cosmic Invasion. But because the game has a level up system similar to like Shredder's Revenge, I'm like replaying stages, leveling up characters. Plus, I'm also doing like those character specific challenges. And then there's those green cubes that you have to find. They're not hard to find. They kind of like give you a hint with that little sparkle.
Intel tells us that there are syndicate members in the area. I trust that you can find them and eliminate them.
Oh shoot, I forgot the other poisons.
They're on high alert.
I rushed that too quickly.
Don't disappoint, 47. Good luck.
Aha! This guy did not hear anything. Alright, well. That's my bad. I forgot my dart guns. I could have gotten more Merces. Wait. Where are they? Oh, of course. Two target. One of them hard to get. Is this the doctor? Yeah. I don't know who this guy is, but okay. Or sedated. Actually, wait. Right, the target's actually on this floor. Excuse me. I totally forgot that the next Rhythm Heaven game is coming out next year. Nintendo has been awfully quiet about that game.
Aquariums always fill me with such calm.
Excellent
What?
work, 47. You've spread fear within the syndicate.
Not that I'm interested, it's just that at one point I was like thinking, what other games are coming out for the Switch 2 next year? And then it hit me. I was like, oh yeah, Rhythm Heaven. And somehow part of me, I actually thought that that game came out. But no, not yet.
I just want to check something.
Doc, wait! Doc!
Surely be a blow.
Uh-oh. Help! Works sometimes, other times it doesn't. They sometimes will just either catch you on the act of changing clothes, or they play it smart. Wait, hang on a second. Couldn't I just... Yeah. I didn't need to do that. Well, actually, no, I had to. If I had to pull out my gun and shoot. And considering I'm wearing a patient outfit, you can't just... Guards are not going to make an exception of a random bald guy shooting in the balcony. Even if you were a guard, pulling the trigger is illegal.
Excellent work back there, 47. Let me know when you're ready to continue.
It's just an anime sports show about horses, they say. It can't be that emotional, they said. Oh yeah? Well, really, you should all look at Uma Musume. Especially the ongoing... Or actually, they just finished up their first season of Uma Musume Cinderella Grey. I heard that the manga is finished. And yep, it ended pretty well. In fact, since Uma Musume is based off of the real-life horses, if you know the story of the main character of Cinderella Grey, Oguri Cap, just like in the real-life horse, Oguri Cap's final race, you wouldn't believe it if somebody told you that in his final retirement race, he won first place. And it was actually jarring because before his final race, Oguri was suffering from 2 losing streaks, 6th place and 11th, the worst of his career. And people in Japan, fans, were like noticing why Oguri was lacking, because he was already past his prime as a aging horse, a horse that ran and ran. And mind you, Oguri was born with a really bad leg, and apparently the kind of breed that Oguri was the kind of horse that people back then in Japan would always look down upon because they were not efficient, not fast enough, especially during the war. So somehow, some way, a horse... Oh, whoops. Somehow, a horse of a lineage that was known for being really shitty averted everybody's expectations. Heck, this was in the 90s, mind you. But who was it? Not only men, but even women. Oguri Cap was the reason why eventually women got involved in watching horse racing. They were all, out of all the horses of the legacy out there, Ogre Cap was the one that brought fans, both men and women together. And now even children. Especially now with the anime. Or even the game itself.
That's okay. Coming down and coming up.
Not you, sir. I'm pointing my gun at the other guy. Anyways, yeah, Ogre Cap's final race. I am looking forward to the anime adaptation of it. But before that, it's gonna be a dramatic scene for sure. Ogre will first have to go through what the real life horse did, suffering from 2 losses. I actually seen like spoilers of the manga. Ogre was not having it. Like, no, she. Well, yeah, I guess I have to refer as she because Uma Musume. While the real life horse is actually male. Whatchamacallit. So as I mentioned before, Ogre was suffering from 2 losses because he was past his prime. But in the manga, it was displayed differently-ish. Whoops, my joystick. It was displayed as Ogre, her leg was actually acting out really badly. Something that she does not want to experience because, like I said before, Ogre was born with a bad leg. So how the heck did Ogre recover from such a bad leg from birth? Well, in the real life story, I think the trainer massaged Ogre's legs every single day.
Syndicate member eliminated.
And in the anime of Uma Musume, rather than the trainer, it was Ogre's mother. But the story, retelling of the story was the same. Who was the first target? Oh, right, the guard. I didn't put the guard. or the dude and the tech guys. Anyways, yeah. I was curious though, like who was Ogre racing with in his final race? And then looking at there's actual raw footage of the race from 1990. Yes, you can watch a YouTube video of a 1990s footage. And yeah, if you play the mobile game or even watch the anime, you may recognize or may be familiar with certain names. But yeah, I was surprised that some of the names that I spotted were there. So it's going to be funny to see how they're going to adapt that in the anime. So yeah, considering that Ogre was coming from a losing 2 streak and was considered past his prime. And then suddenly in his final race,
Impressive work.
like you win first place. It was a retirement race. Like, you know, sort of like just for fun, as a lot of people would say. But somehow in like some anime shonen scenario, like a hero, you know, like any shonen hero from Naruto, Dragon Ball, you know, when the hero is like on their last leg, you think they're gonna lose the fight, but no, they get back up. They get the power of anime and God by their side. But no, this is different. This was like in real life, it happened. Coming back from a bad losing streak with a bad leg again, and then suddenly first place. And on top of that, some people actually doubted. They were just there to watch for fun. But true fans believed. And also, on that day of that race, there was approximately over how many? 1.7 million spectators? Yeah, 1.7 million spectators. It wasn't just a retirement race, mind you, right? I forgot it was a G1, a grade 1. Grade 1 race, which is like considered like only those in the top tier that can join. Alright, no. Okay, I got every... Oh, wait. I'm going to Whittleton Creek, so just for fun... Or actually, wait. No, even better. Anyways, yeah, that many spectators were watching. Or was it 700,000? Either way, lots of people watched. Some folks doubted, some folks believed. But once Ogure crossed that finish line, the entire crowd chanted his name. And yes, I assure you the anime is gonna recreate that. And it's gonna be so emotional, and that hence why I said earlier the joke. It's just an anime sports show about horses. How could you get emotional over that? Well, you wouldn't know until you see it yourself.
Kind of stuff. You know, I think someone in there is trying to help the old geezer stop as well.
By throwing his coffin nails over the...
Bollocks!
Bollocks! Aw, man. Really? I was hoping that one of the targets would be somebody in the house where I could poison them. I'll still do it anyways. I believe I mentioned this before, but there is a game on Steam called Urge. It's still in early access. But it's been getting like small updates that has been improving on the game as the day passes. It's one of those crafting survival games set in a world where there's a bunch of weird mutated monsters, some humans that would still try to kill you. And you power things with the power of P. Because, yeah, that's why it's called Urge. The urge to pee. It sounds like a comical game, but no, it's not. It's actually scary. There's like subliminal spaces. It's a post-apocalyptic world. And like I said, it's like a survival crafting game. You can build build stuff. You can even fortify a vehicle, cars, and yeah, like I said, you fight off like some mutants, very creepy mutants, and bugs. Lots of bugs, and not the video game kind of bug. I know it's early access, but like creepy bugs. Almost on the same level as that game, what's it called? The Forest.
Hey, I need some help here. What? Man, they're thrown on the ground. Hold on.
Oh yeah, and if you're not a fan, if you're not a fan of the ocean being dark and scary, yeah, it has that too. With a shark that you can't see coming.
He's been sitting there most of the day.
I don't know what he's
Oh
reading,
shoot! Wait.
but it looks like it's the most interesting thing he's ever come across.
The nuke is headed.
All right, I'm out of here. You guys can pick up the trash on foot. You know, I say it's a good thing that Steam is like enforcing, strengthening their rules about when it comes to publishing games on their platform. Apparently, they are not allowing anybody to have games that uses AI or is completely built off of AI. Now it could slip up under the radar, like maybe somebody isn't like reviewing their some folks at Valve or Steam is not reviewing their games. But it doesn't take long for Valve to catch on and be like, okay, no, we got to delist your game because it's got AI. But if it's like harmless AI, then you know they can let it pass. Something that I wish every other digital storefronts could do the same, especially the eShop. I mean, when's the last time you checked out the Nintendo eShop? I dare you to even look at what a sort of abomination is in there. And then when you come back to me, you will believe. I will tell you so. The eShop is cursed. Aha! Ah, shoot, I didn't even bring a syringe. Let's see if this will kill her. God dang it. Reinforced glass. I mean, I guess it makes sense. It is a bank after all. Well, not all glasses. Oh, they try to flank me. Smart. Actually, it doesn't matter. Hey, who are you? Who are that? What did I do? Hunted. Excuse me. Oh. Wait, hold on. If you guys are there. Oh, wait, I have an SMG.
So are we just supposed to let anyone?
Stop.
Hey, holster your weapon.
I ain't holstering anything. You can't make me. Typical food on The Office. Pizza. Can't even go there without a key. Thanks, guys.
Syndicate member eliminated.
Whoops.
Well done, 47. You should get that
Oh my god, run!
later.
I thought I closed that.
Damn it! I don't have visual.
Don't mind me.
There he is.
I just realized I don't have the I don't have the key. Wait! Stop! Man, this gun sucks. Look at the spread on this thing.
I lost sight of suspect. Anyone see him?
Hey, chill.
Key? Oh, here it is. That's all I wanted. It didn't have to come this far. Well, that's what I get for being trying to pull the lame excuse of it's just a prank. Ah, well, that excuse doesn't work. Not in today's standard. It's only a joke when everybody laughs. You, your target, and every other spectator. That's when you're allowed to use that excuse. But when you are the only one laughing and making that excuse, then no, it's not a joke. Seriously, have you seen all those, what you call them, IRL streamers? Yeah, I think that's what they're called. Like, damn, you want to talk about, you can say kids today, some kids when they're growing up, they get a little spoiled and scream their heads off a lot. But nah, man. 20-year-olds, even freaking 30-year-olds are on Twitch and what's that other platform? Kick. They are the example of a grown-ass baby. Spoiled. They think everything belongs to them. They think they don't deserve any consequences. And they do all that, and yet they get paid. Because Kick has a really messed up monetization. Oh, but don't get me started on Twitch. Twitch is even worse. That's why some people are slowly leaving Twitch. Either they're leaving or they decide to multi-stream on both YouTube and Twitch. So, you know, they get to stay on Twitch because of some benefits. But, you know, in case of an emergency, if things get way too crazy, then yeah, they would most likely just migrate to YouTube. I've already permanently deleted my Twitch channel because I was like, yeah, no thank you. I've been hearing the stories. I know it's not going to affect me, but I don't want to be part of it. In case. In fact, I'm telling you right now, TwitchCon. I mean, have you heard the stories in TwitchCon this year? It's crazy, and they try to cover it up with some montage of only showing you the positive stuff. Anyway, sorry, hold on. I didn't even. Okay. She has glasses. The other lady, so it's not her. But I need to confirm about this one. Put the lime in the coconut. Does that count? I mean, she's not going to the meeting. Oh well. Oh no, it counts. I just had to lay down the phone. Don't nerf that IO Interactive, please. Anyways, yeah, TwitchCon next year. Don't even watch it. Don't even go there. At least some people are advising it. And considering that I've heard the stories, yeah, I'd say don't even go there. Don't watch it. And Amazon, who I believe is still is in charge of operating Twitch, they have no idea about what's going down, and that's not good. Just wait until this problem drags on, and you know what happens when a problem gets dragged on for too long. There's going to be... It's like a balloon. What happens when it gets inflated too much? What happens when you stuff it too much? Stuff it with, let's say, turkey. Turkey stuffings. And then, you know, when it explodes, except here's the worst part. It'll explode on your
Excellent.
stainful carpet that... Not carpet.
But we have intel.
Stainful...
Eliminate.
It'll leave a permanent stain on your $1 million mansion.
Prepare and let me know when
And there's nothing you can do to clean it. Because if I say carpet, you can just simply replace the carpet. Anyways. Oh yeah, perfect. 15 minutes before 11. Whew. Yeah, I didn't want to go too far. It's getting late. Anyways, so tomorrow is Sunday, so as usual, I'm not streaming unless I suddenly do a gorilla. But this coming week, ZZZ update goes live on the 30th. Or, I guess they're not really wrong. 30th is a Wednesday, right? Let me see, hold on. No, Tuesday. Okay, so no, it's coming out on the 30th. Or Tuesday. Well, at least around Tuesday. ZZZ's update is going to go live on Tuesday. Expect a lot of login goodies to claim. And then don't forget, what is it? It should be the same time, 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Similar to like Genshin. And then, you know, when you log in, make sure you check your inbox mail for them compensation. 300, yeah, 600. And whoever you choose for your free W engine and free character, there ain't no wrong answer. It's all about preference, or if you have a plan ahead of time, like what kind of team you want to build. Yeah, no wrong answer. Or if you already have all those characters, it's just a matter of who do you think deserves to have the dupe, the increased mindscape. And then what else? There's a new story on the way. Looking forward to that as usual. And oh right, I didn't look that up too. The let me see, the ZZZ co-op. Is it really a co-op? I just want to see. Oh, yeah. Excuse me, new multiplayer mode is looking good. But is it actually? Let me see the footage, at least. Oh, exclusive to the co-op mode, there's something called a... What is it? Something Overdrive? Team Overdrive? Chain Overdrive. Oh, okay, yeah, no, it's a straight up co-op. I'm seeing 3 characters. So yeah, exclusive to that mode is that chain overdrive. Looks like some kind of like synergy special move. But there looks like some sort of button prompt in there. Some unique button prompt. But that's gonna be cool though. Well, since it's an event though, that means it's only going to be temporary. But like I said, when some things become temporary, if Hoyoverse gets all the feedback after that update, or hell, I'm pretty sure they're already planning to make it into a permanent mode. So they're already getting, I imagine they're already gonna get ready for like doing weekly bosses as a co-op mode or in co-op form. But that being said, I know who I'm picking. Either I'm gonna be the guy who chooses stun, so that, you know, I can put the enemy in a stun state. Or if there's already a stunner, I'll just use Corrin, because Corrin deserves all the love. She's just trying her best. And everybody must always praise Corrin. I like the fact that there are YouTube videos that tell you, don't choose wrong. Don't choose the wrong free character. Yeah, well, I say that's a little subjective, no? I mean, I guess, in a way, from a different perspective and angle, somebody could, there could be a character that would be meh, you know? Well, that's what a lot of people said about Genshin characters. Yet, there's always got to be somebody out there that'll prove somebody else wrong and say, no, this character has benefits. You're just not using them properly. You're not teaming up with the right characters, that's all. And that's really no different than your meta characters. They're only meta because you pair them up with this and that character. So that's no different with the low tier ones. You can drag somebody from the F tier and put them up next to them into a B tier. Or somebody in B tier or A tier. And tell everybody how and why. And now considering Genshin is getting older character, the Genshin team is making a new mechanic for older characters to get like buffs. Yeah, expect that tier list to change eventually. In fact, Mona is now being considered put back on top of the list. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they'll do with the future characters down the road. Anyways, so yeah. Oh, right. Not only that, for this coming week, it's also gonna be New Year's Eve and day. So yeah, don't expect any streams. We're all gonna have another blasting evening, if you know what I mean. But that being said, you all folks, make sure if you're gonna go out and celebrate New Year's, make sure you play it safe. Get home safe. If you're gonna drink responsibly. Do not drive if you're thinking about drinking. Make sure if you're gonna play with fireworks, please don't play with them the wrong way. Somebody, you or anybody around you will get hurt, and you don't want that as a start of your new year, because they say it's a bad omen. So yeah. So yeah, just you all have a good and safe New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. We wanna have another good year, yeah, or have a strong year, I should say. Yeah, I'm planning on doing the entire 2.5 ZZZ update without stopping. If only I had that energy like you. Now in my mid-30s, I am just playing games bit by bit, day by day, slowly. I mean, that's the reason why I have so many games in my back catalog. At least though, Metroid Prime 4 reinvigorated that my old self. I kept playing that game. I did stop at some points, but man, I was playing even past midnight. It was that fun. And, you know, there was some grind stuff. But yeah, I also got to do the story. I do not want to save it for the last minute. I've learned my lesson. Yeah, it says the guy who is 2 story updates behind Honkai Star Rail. Hey, at least I got newer characters, so maybe the story will be easy. Oh, but I still also have to do Genshin's newest story. I haven't even started yet, and it's not even a main story. It's a interlude. Yeah, I've already saw the cutscene spoilers thanks to the official Hoyoverse YouTube page. Yeah, it's not a serious story. It's like a celebration because it's supposed to align with like Christmas. So, yeah, that's why it's an interlude chapter right now in Genshin. The serious stuff happens in January, so get ready for that. All right, quick reminder. Right, January 2nd is the Genshin special program. So, alongside ZZZ's releasing their next update, look forward to Genshin special program on after New Year's. We're gonna see Columbina possibly as a playable character. That's what a lot of leakers are claiming. I'm not sure about everything else. We don't know. I don't know what they might deliver, but hopefully it's something good, because if ZZZ was able to give players some New Year's gift, even though it's a day before New Year's, let's see if Genshin could do any better. I doubt it, but I'm still, at the same time, I'm holding my breath, just hoping that Genshin could offer something nice for New Year's. If not, then expect that in February, where we go back to Liyue and celebrate Lantern Rite, you know, which is, you know, equivalent to Chinese New Year's. So, you know, expect them to shower players with stuff at least on that day or on that month. But yeah, until then, yeah, special program, Genshin, January 2nd. Yeah. Alright, so with that, I will then see you guys in the next stream. You folks have a good day and a good night. See you, folks.